I think right now the most immediate thing we can do is try and get the government out of the way of job creation, out of the way of the free market. So if I'm elected, the most immediate thing I would do would be to repeal all rules, regulations, laws that have to do with businesses hiring people. The second thing I would do would be repealing all rules, regulations, and laws that prevent entrepreneurs from starting new businesses. That's just the beginning. I mean, ultimately, what I'd like to do is get the government pretty much out of the free market, and also we need to look at our monetary system, but that would be a long-term goal that I would have. Getting rid of the Federal Reserve and going back to some kind of a hard money standard where we could still have paper currency, but it would have to be backed by either silver or gold, a hard metal, something of value. Because right now, our money is worth nothing except for what the government says it is and for what a merchant will take your money. You know, if something's $5 and you give them a $5 bill, that's the only thing that it's guaranteed on. There's no backing, there's no store of value in that dollar. So we would be for turning back to a hard money system, which would keep your purchasing power reasonably high, and we might have inflation depending on whether the gold stock or the silver stock is either lowered or raised, but you would not have this wild fluctuation like you do now. And plus, if we go to a pure free market system with hard money, you will still see somewhat of a business cycle, but you will not see like what we've seen like in 2008, where everything just pretty much fell to the ground. So I think things will be, for all, even for the poor, I think things would be more prosperous if we had a freer market and we were on a hard money standard instead of the fiat money standard that we're on right now. Okay, education. I think, in my opinion, there's really no need for federal involvement in education. I think education is best administered on a local level, preferably county or citywide. So I really don't see a state reason for like a Department of Education. Now, what I'd like to move to is more of a free market approach, perhaps a quasi-private public system. Or I'm really a fan of vouchers in which the tax dollars actually follow the student to whatever school their parents decide that they want them to go to, whether it's homeschooling, public school, private, parochial, religious, whatever school those parents decide to send their children to. Okay, well, I would say in general, we are truly for a free market, and not really the corporate fascist system you see now. In general, Republicans will be for the free market, but they've really never met a defense program that they've wanted to cut. So I see an inconsistency there. Now, on Democrats, they're really good on personal issues, but they want to kind of control our economic life. So I think there's an inconsistency there. We want economic and personal freedom, so we believe in all of it. I would say in general, the Democrats and Republicans are pretty much, they believe the same thing as far as foreign policy goes, just with small nuances and difference, but we're for a non-interventionist one, like I explained before. I want to withdraw our troops and quit policing the world. I would say that's one of the major ones. Is the difference in foreign policy between us and between the Libertarians, the Democrats, and the Republicans. And obviously we want to reform the monetary system. We want smaller government. My motivation to run is that I believe the two-party system is basically broken. I don't think that our political leaders are really very accountable to the people. I'm a third-party person, I'm a libertarian, and so I want to go up, and basically my main focus is to downsize the federal government. That's my main cause if I were to be elected. In general, as libertarians, we're pretty much for open borders. I mean, you have to have security to keep criminals and terrorists out. I personally think that we'd be a lot safer if our foreign policy was different. If we had a non-interventionist foreign policy where we're actually minding our own business and not trying to be policemen to the world, if we were to withdraw our troops and close foreign bases and really just take care of trying to defend our country, I think that's going to, we don't have to create a police state to secure our borders. But really, we're for immigrants. We need immigrants in our economy. So I would be for anybody who has a job or who is here seeking work. I think we should grant them work visas as soon as we can. A lot of illegal immigrants don't necessarily want to become citizens, and I don't think they should have to be made to be citizens. I personally think if you want to have voting rights, you have to have citizenship, and some will choose that. But I don't think you have to be a citizen in this country to work, to live, to make better for yourself, because that's why they're coming here, because their home country is so oppressive and so horrible. They're coming here to the land of opportunity to try to make a better life, and I really can't deny a person that, because that's why my ancestors came here.